Hello everybody and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3. Now, a couple days have passed since I've recorded the last episode. I've spent a while trolling the internet and the Paradox forums trying to figure out the best thing to do with fleets, and I am still at a loss. So it looks like we're going to have to try to do some trial and error, and it honestly scares the absolute bejesus out of me because if I lose my surface fleet, that's pretty much, I mean, that puts us on our heels, and we're stuck fighting a defensive war. And if we can't take, really put the pressure, put the screws to the U.S. early on, then the game's basically at a loss. We're never going to be able to compete with their industrial might. So losing my fleet scares the hell out of me. So with that in mind, I'm leaving this fleet over here, and I'm going to add in some carriers to it, some light carriers, so that they can actually, you know what, maybe we'll just... Where is the fleet right now? Here they are. Now these are light carriers, they're not escort carriers. Let's take these guys. We're going to add these light carriers to this fleet over here. Easiest thing to do is just going to rebase everybody right here. And then merge them together. That basically, I have a couple different fleets now. I have a carrier fleet. This is basically, it's 8, and I got 100% positioning penalty with these guys, but I'm assuming it's not going to matter because they shouldn't come into surface contact with anybody. It's a fast fleet, I believe, 32 kilometers per hour, so it's a fast fleet. It's made up of 8, all my fleet carriers, all 8 fleet carriers, 4 heavy cruisers and 4 light cruisers. So there's 8 capital ships and 8 screens. And then I have a doom stack. Now, I was told doom stacks are not the way to go, and we're actually going to, I guess we'll not take those off. I was told doom stacks are not the way to go, but I can't figure out a way to play this without super annoyingly large amounts of micromanagement. I mean, with the way the positioning works, I can fit like one battleship and a couple screens together, and that's it. Even with leaders that will give me 50% positioning bonus. The hull sizes are just massive. So we have a doom stack. We have a doom stack of battleships, and the best, basically the good, not the best. The best ones are with the carriers, but the good screens, and then any other screens that I deemed not very good, I threw into upgrade. I dry docked. So that's the way we're going to play this. We're going to have 2 primary fleets, a fleet carrier fleet and a battle and a surface action fleet, basically. The surface fleet, they're both surface fleets, but the battleships I'm going to put together with the landing craft and so that I can get the shore bombardment. The fleet carriers are going to stand off nearby, hopefully be able to throw their CAGs into any combat that occurs. Some other things I've done is I'm going to take this army group of light infantry, and the game's slow there for a second. This army group, is it army group? This army of light infantry, and they're going to move to Burma. They're going to help fight in Burma and into India. And the rest of these guys down here that were just sitting there, they're going to go, I attached them to the AI-controlled army group up here, and they're going to help fight the Soviet Union. I'm going to let these guys fight it out for a little while and see how it goes. Hopefully, once they're done redeploying everybody and moving everybody around, we'll be in a good position. Now, we do have some tanks here. I think they're going to get attacked. All this stuff, basically. Light cruiser escort roll just got finished. Oh, and I knocked off about 80 techs that I didn't feel I necessarily needed. That was light cruiser escort roll. That's CL positioning, AACL, so anti-aircraft cruiser positioning, radar positioning. Okay, or radar positioning. All right, so there's that. I managed to take off a lot and keep on the ones I really just felt like I needed. It's still too many, but at least it's a step in the right direction. So this is going to get started real soon, and I do not know how I feel about it, because I don't know what to do with my fleets. How do we keep losing these battles? And where are my ships? My light carriers. Here they are. Out of supplies still. Unfortunate. But I'm hoping with some CAGs in there, they'll be able to do a little better. I do definitely want a a fleet to stick around here. Units available. Oh, motorized infantry. These guys are freaking great. I'm glad I'm building them because they really help the... I think it's these guys. No. 1, 2, 3. These guys are the ones that need it, I think. Are these the ones that have it? These are the ones that have it and have a really awesome combined arms bonus now. Motorized infantry, motorized infantry. Okay, so let's move you over here and get that... So these infantry divisions are going to be really good. These ones are the ones that are going to be fighting probably... Like, the Marines are going to be fighting in on these islands because they're just one... They're one province. So there's not like there's going to be any strategic movement or anything like that. These guys are probably going to be the ones who see a lot of action in, like, the mainland. Hopefully, at least. So I have decided that I'm going to do the island hopping. So Guam is going to go, then Wake, then Midway, and then I'm probably going to launch an attack on Hawaii. And I'm hoping I can do this very, very quickly. So... what we're going to need to do is grab my Marine. We're going to take all of my Marines. They're going to fight as one. We're going to load them up. And we are going to bring these guys right over here. We're going to rebase these guys here. Because we're going to... actually, can we rebase them over here? What kind of naval... well, we have a decent naval base on Saipan. So let's bring them to Saipan. Because that's a really quick little jaunt over to Guam there. And that means these guys are also going to go here. And Iwo Jima has a decent-sized naval base. So the carriers are going to go to Iwo Jima. I'm really nervous about putting my surface fleet into action because I do not know how the best way of going about this is. I really haven't the foggiest. Oil refining, steel production, very good. Probably some more motorized guys. Yep, right here. So what we can do is, with this one, let's do this, and we can merge that together. And this guy will have 50-something%. Yep, nice, 50-something%. I'm regretting now not filling out the combined arms bonus for my Marines, though, because they only have 5 battalions, 5 regiments in the division, instead of a potential 7. So there's room for improvement on them. There they go. Should at least be moving at full speed, 22 kilometers an hour. So these guys are going to get merged together with the surface fleet, the big guns, and the big guns are going to protect these guys, and then the aircraft carriers are going to kind of stand off on maybe an adjacent, naval square, ocean tile here, and see what happens. All right, well, the AI is pushing the Soviet Union back. Fighter, ground crew, infantry, interceptor, jet fighter, fighter, CAG, morale good. All right, we're doing okay. I think the problem was they didn't feel their units were in the right spots. Where the hell is this? Who's doing what here? Is it? Oh, well, that's interesting. Will they get a bombardment? There we go. Bombardment. I guess they can force that crossing there. I didn't think they'd be able to, but apparently they can. Alright, this other guy's made it over here, so knock you off, and we'll merge you guys together. Ah, good. Motorized infantry, I feel, have really done my guys well. And I know a lot of my infantry is going through upgrades right now. I think it's I think that camouflage design things is really, really taking up a lot of upgrading IC. Still, moving these units all over the place, like, why? Why do that? See, this is why I don't like giving... So, just knock my microphone a little bit. This is why I don't like giving the AI control of fronts, because I don't feel like it's very good. It's like, okay, we can take this infantry division and attack on this side, we can take this infantry division and attack on this side, but what we're going to do is strategically redeploy them to the other side of the world and then attack when it makes basically no difference. That's how I feel it usually goes down. Energy to oil. boom. I feel like our resource situation's pretty good right now. And I know a lot of techs are coming up pretty soon, too. Radar training, small arms. Oh, man. Small arms is going to... Naval ground training, naval, CAG morale, flying boat morale. Okay. I mean, we're knocking a ton into upgrades right now. I told these guys to go here. Why don't we send you... Yeah, why don't we actually... Let's change our mind again. And rebase you to over here. There we go. I mean, that's where the surface fleet is right now. 100% positioning. But... Frankly, it's... I mean, why did these guys come with it? I don't know why. I can't figure out a way to set these up without having literally like 30 navies of like 5 ships each. Lost a battle. Like, what is it these battles they're getting me involved in? Like, I lost 5,000 men to 35 killed? What the hell are you guys doing? Like, this is one of the best divisions in my army. Combined arms bonus of 48% and 80% experience, and they're getting them absolutely wrecked in battle against one division. I do not like the AI. I feel like I would be able to really do a good job here if I was doing it myself, but the AI I do not like. Fuck me. I feel like they're going to absolutely wreck this front, and I'm going to end up falling back. But I've already kind of, you know, resigned myself to the fact that that's the way it's going to be with the AI. I'm going to give the AI control of that. Let's reach assault rifles and infantry theory. Okay. I'm going to give the AI control of that, and we're going to see what happens. So, assault rifles, that's not till... That's a 44 tech, so... And production... Wow, that really dropped off. Something must have finished. Something must have really finished there. I mean, we did add in a ton of troops to this front here. Like, it's the First Army here. Well, it's 10 divisions, basically, got added in. I don't know why it's not actually moving the command structure at all. Because he is part of this guy, and this is all AI controlled. Like, what is the AI thinking? Doing a straight crossing with a single unit of frickin' cavalry? I don't get it. Why would you think that's a good idea? It's going to lose. It's losing ground over here. These units are just like this guy just sitting here doing nothing. I don't know. Those are those both? It's attacking in Mongolia finally. But like, here's a division sitting there doing nothing. Or is this guy not attached to... No, it is. Third Army Group. I'm confused. These guys are not under AI control? Color me confused for a moment. Did I mess something up here? Like, a ton of guys I thought were under AI control are not under AI control. All of these guys are not under AI control. All of these guys over here are not under AI control. Did I mess that up? What is going on here? Something's not right. Third Army Group. Did I attach them to the wrong army group? Is that what happened? Did I mess that up? Well, like, no, maybe we need to give it a tick to... Like, but all these guys are not attached. Maybe, did I mess up the command structure? The first army group is the one under AI control. I could have sworn all these guys were exactly set up the way they were supposed to be. I do not know what's going on here, but this is why I don't like the AI, because I thought I had everything set up perfectly, and now it turns out I don't, I guess. I gave him a bunch of planes, though, to deal with. Yeah, look at these awful attacks. They're throwing my men into these terrible attacks for absolutely no reason. Yes, I know I put it on attacking status, but I didn't put it on suicide stance. Well, the Yamashiro looks like it's about to get secondary guns and heavy anti-aircraft armament, which is good. Well, nope, it looks like it's going to be a couple more days. Well, more motorized infantry. So I believe that can go over here. So not you, and not you. Oh, my bad. Not you, but one of these guys. Merge. There we go. December 7th is coming up, and it scares the absolute shit out of me. I must have messed something up there, because like the command, I must have screwed up the command structure in some way, because it just was not set up the way I thought it was set up. I don't even know where this guy is. It's this guy right here. So like, is it finally going to actually move these guys? Special force... Oh, I forgot I was doing that. I was doing strength increases. Forgot to put that on the list. So, like, for 2nd Army, 1st Army, Kita Shina Home Gun. Shina Home Gun. What is this guy? This is the 1st Army. So all these units are moving. Okay, see, I'm getting really confused again. I just set this up so all these guys were connected. Look at this. All these guys are no longer part of it. I do not know what the fucking AI is doing here. Is there a problem with the theaters? How do you see theaters? It's all one theater. It's detaching units and then not doing anything with them. Maybe that unit reorganization is fucking me up. 3rd Army Group. I don't feel like... does this need to exist? I don't think this unit needs to exist. And here's the 4th Army Group? I didn't make a 4th Army Group. I think what it's doing is making army groups and detaching them from what it needs to do. What if I just put this whole theater on auto? Because it's not working with an army group on auto, because it's detaching units. It's creating all these army groups, detaching units, and then they're not going on their missions, and you know, they're not part of what it... Oh god, this is so annoying. This is why I hate the AI. I never ever feel like it does what it's supposed to fucking do. Helsinki convoy was attacked. Yep, up here. Germany is doing amazingly well. Amazingly well. God, I hate the AI so much. I did not want to put this whole theater on AI, but I don't see a way around it because what it's doing with I don't know why it does it, but I have the foggiest idea why it's doing it, but it's taking those units, detaching them, and then they're not on AI control anymore, so they just sit there. So, and these guys, I was going to transport over this way. I was going to march them over here, then I was like, why the fuck am I going to march them over when I could just do this? Just put them on ships and transport them over. Well, maybe the AI will do a little bit better now. Although, I don't actually see it happening. It still thinks it needs ridiculous amounts of troops, and it's not making any advances. It is on attacking stance, right? It's this guy right here. They're offensive. There we go. And I'm gonna hit allow unit reorganization and see what it fucking does, because I never really give the AI any control over anything. I never feel like they do what but we're gonna give it a shot this time. We're gonna let the we're gonna let the AI do its thing and see if it drops the ball or not. And there we've lost a battle. All these units, about almost 1.4 million men, under control of the AI. Lost a province. Frustration is a-brewing. At least in a few days, we're going to crank this up, because I want to get to December 7th. I want to start this shit. There's nothing more to do than just sit here and test things out, because I cannot find the information I'm looking for. I do not know how this is going to work out, so we're going to just have to trial and error it and hope we don't lose our surface fleet. Let's see, what is our... upgrades are at 97, that's not too bad. I'm a little bummed out that the AI is just such a dumbass at times. Like, that's literally what it was doing. I was wondering why nobody there were people sitting around doing anything, and I was sure that I had it set up correctly, and it was because the AI just was sitting there doing nothing. Let's actually give it another... Where's the theater? Give it something to work with. I mean, it does look like it pushed here a little bit, but it hasn't really moved in the Mongolian line, which I'm a little bummed out at, because that's kind of what I'm interested in it doing. I want it to push into Mongolia. But it shall not. It will just sit there. How's my tech looking? Carrier crew training, carrier group doctrine. So I bet we're putting some into reinforcements right now. Yes, we are. And I think it was special units, so yes, it's like my mountain infantry. So I'm not worried about strength increases now. I have few divisions, but so that's kind of what my thing is we're gonna have big, powerful divisions instead of a lot of little ones. That's kind of what I want here. Silent Guns of December 1st. So it's coming up. It's gonna hit at the very end of this episode. We're gonna cliffhanger it. German ambassador protests about Richard Sorge's arrest. Damn him. 18th Army Corps, sure. 17th Army Corps, sure. 15th Army Corps, sure. Those Army Corps I'm fine with forming. I don't really... I formed all that shit before, and I'm never really using it. I actually disbanded a bunch of stuff off screen. Now, did that increase the size? Oh, God. See, look at these battles it's throwing me to. You lost 4,000 men. For what? For absolutely nothing. throwing some of my best troops to their deaths. Subsonic development. Ooh. Jet fighter max speed, CAG max speed 50 kilometers an hour, and allows research of rocket interceptor prototypes. A military hero has emerged. Let's see, starting experience, money, organization, or manpower. Why don't we go for organization this time? Motorized infantry, I believe they will be useful over here. Boom. And this one, yep. So click off. We're going to click off these guys, then merge those ones together. Now, are these guys attached to anybody? They are not. So we can grab 22 home gun. Well, we can, unfortunately, I can't attach them easily. We're going to attach them to 22 home gun this way, though. Alright, good. Now, are all these guys attached? Well, I think these guys have 7s. And these guys don't. These guys have 6s? No, some of these have 7s. December 3rd. It's creeping up. It's creeping up. December 7th is coming. Like, seriously, this is what we're going to make this attack with, AI. This, right here. Cavalry and nothing else. Shore bombardment minus 50%, but they're dug in. The weather, leadership skill, territorial pride. The territorial pride is definitely starting to kick in as the Germans push them. Motorized infantry. We have more of that, I guess, but we don't have anybody. Like, do any of these guys need it? No, these guys have 7. These guys all have 7. Some of these guys might. No, that's a 7, that's a 7, that's a 7, that's a 7. This is a 6, though. So we can. This guy could use it. And then we can attach you to this guy here, I guess. Now, is it Tora, or Operation Z? Tora gives me 800 manpower, declares war on the U.S., combat movement speed, organization regain rate, land organization, soft attack, port strike efficiency. And this one gives me... Change, okay. Alright, well, let's, carrier crew training, nice. So that should be more organization for my dudes, I think. Not these guys. The guy's sitting over here. Oh, yeah, look at that. Organization's gonna go way up for that one. You know what? The organization sucks here. They have decided winter offensive. Organization sucks for these guys because they don't have enough supplies there. For the Emperor. So, Tojo HQ Japan loses 250 officers, loses 50 manpower until 48. IC 5% land build speed. Okay, yeah. We're gonna grab it. These guys, because they don't can't get enough supplies, and that's a shame because now they all have shitty organization. So the level 5 base there is not doing the trick. So unfortunately, guys, I'm sorry that you've been sitting there for that long with no organization on the brink of war. That is awful for me. So because December 7th is tomorrow. Oh, let's we're gonna take Guam at the end of this episode, it looks like. Yeah, we're not making... And the AI is doing nothing. They're making no progress. Alright, so... We're going to attack on Pearl Harbor. Aircraft and midget submarines of the Imperial Japanese Navy began an attack on the U.S. Pacific Fleet in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. Contrary to popular belief, these attacks were not a surprise. The Americans had deciphered Japan's codes earlier and knew about a planned attack before it actually occurred. However, due to difficulty in deciphering intercepted messages, the Americans failed to discover Japan's target before the attack occurred. Under the command of Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto, the attack was devastating in loss of life and damage to the U.S. Fleet. At 6:05 a.m. on December 7th, 6 Japanese aircraft carriers launched a first wave of 183 planes, composed mainly of dive bombers, horizontal bombers, and fighters. Japanese hit American ships and military installations at 7:51 a.m. The first attack wave attacked military airfields on Ford Island at 8:30 a.m. A second wave of 107 Japanese planes, mostly torpedo bombers, attacked the fleet anchored in Pearl Harbor. And we can also Tora. Alright, so we are now at war with the United States, which means we can go like this. Max command of 30 ships. We can fix that a little bit, I think, by doing... Nope, 30 ships is the max, I guess. And now we're going to do an invasion of Guam. So, let's see how this goes. We are officially at war with the United States now. Which means, before we do that, let's, here's our submarines. The Type Ds I want to send over here. We're gonna go right there, and we're gonna to patrol, or no, convoy rating. Convoy rating. Try to get their supplies. Can we get over here? Convoy rating. Alright, and we have more here, we do. Convoy rating, let's, yep, let's go here as well. Convoy rating. See if we can sink some of their supply ships coming. Now, I want to start this invasion before I end the episode. So we're going to give it a sec to get there. It's December 7th, 1941. The day of infamy has arrived. Carrier group doctrine. Rare material refining advance. Alright, we gonna go? Is there anybody here? There is somebody there. So, invasion... Okay, hello, they use currently amphibious transports. It's Alright, so amphibious invasion progress 6%. Invasion total attack ability 82. Total defense ability 303. Defense modifier 1100. But we're still technically winning the battle. There should have... Like, short bombardment is just, like, is just one thing, I think. It's just 50%. And that's what it is. It's 50%. Alright, now we have transports somewhere, I believe. Oh, fuck. We're at war down here, too. I forgot about that. And we got... Man, I was so excited for it. It started. I was just like, I wasn't really paying attention to what was going on. These guys are neutral. Alright, so we're gonna leave this episode here with shit started. Shit is definitely started, and it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly real fast, because I do not know how this is supposed to work. I do not know how it's supposed to work. Okay, this guy actually I want at the top of the list. Oh, man. Scaring the bejesus out of me, but first amphibious invasion is going to be easily successful. Thankfully, we got the strength increased on Marines before this happened. So everybody, if you've enjoyed this episode, just drop me a like, leave me those comments right down below, and if you're interested in more Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3, just subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.